Uh-oh. Blizzard changed something. No, there we go. Yeah, see, this is using the Dragonflight client, so right now I have to tell OBS to use a certain application. One day that application I'm telling it to use is going to change. But it looks like we're good today. Good morning, guys. Good afternoon, good evening to you all. There are no technical difficulties here. This is a professional stream, and it will be professional. Thank you guys very much for being here. Happy Saturday to everybody. No technical problems. Alright, so what were we doing yesterday? I had decided to do some zone hopping, and I guess we're going to work on some stuff here in Diritar before we head into the Barrens. Jacob, Dragonsbane, Monica, Mendy, Steven, Roz, hello guys. Thank you all very much for being here. Let's go after these Burning Blade scrolls. This cave, we have to come over a little bit to the east to find it. It's the cave that the old Fire Totem quest used to be in. Let's do some housekeeping though. Inventory is looking actually pretty good. Yeah, we might be in pretty good shape. We got 2 hours on our elixirs, that's good. What's the time here where I'm at? The time here, you're looking at the time here. It's 1:48 in the PM. Yeah. Ooh, an herb. Music is a little bit quiet for me. I'm gonna turn it up just a little bit. Let me know if that ends up making it too loud. I can bump it down in OBS for you guys. It looks like that might be the cave entrance right there ahead of us. Got a couple of druids here. At least I'm kind of assuming this is where we're at. Let's see, Burning Blade Thug. Yeah, okay. This has got to be the place. This is not a very big cave. This is smaller than the cave that is in the Valley of Trials. I thought it was going to be like a duplicate of that cave, but it's not. And yeah, when did we get cave maps? When did Blizzard put cave maps into the game? I thought all the new maps came with Cata. Apparently not. I'll take hyperspawns. I'll take hyperspawns all day at this point. I have been turned into a demon. Fell infused. Regenerate 5% of maximum HP every 3 seconds. Chance to critically hit increased by 25%. Why am I getting this? Is this something they did to me? Because that seemed to backfire on them. They made me, like, more awesome. I'm not sure why they would want to do that. Of course, there's nobody left alive to use my newfound powers on. So that's kind of a shame. This is probably as close as I will ever get to being a warlock tank in SOD. We got one pull. Is this cave the same size in vanilla? Because this is like a pathetically small cave. This is a pathetically small cave. It leaves a lot to be desired. You'll become a member for a key? Like, you mean like game time? You'll pay me $2 so that I can give you $15? That sounds like a lucrative deal. Yeah. Let's talk more about that. Do you think I just have like game time to give away? Like Blizz gives me like a bunch of keys? Nah. Oh, a beta key. Oh, you'll give me $2 and I'll give you beta access. Oh, no, that's not how it works. I don't have beta access to give you. That's, I don't know if you know who I am, but I am a certified nobody. Also, if I had beta access to leverage, I would probably set some other kind of goal for myself, or like do a raffle or something like that. Yeah. But nice try though, nice try. And thanks for being here, I appreciate it. Irakli, good afternoon, buddy. Welcome to the stream. What else, guys? What else? Saturdays are always interesting. I rarely ever stream on the weekends anymore, but they're always fun. What else do we got? What's going on today? It seems like I could probably get out of the cave now. Yeah, I think we're done here. We can get out, we can leave it to others. Alright, before we go back to Razor Hill, let's go head out to the west here and we'll try to help some of these people. And then maybe that'll lead us, like, back in. That is, if we can find a way to navigate over the broken landscape here. Can we make this jump? No. Well... I mean, I think I could make that jump. I don't know if my Tauren can do it. Maybe there's a better jump. I think like maybe this could work. By the time I find a good jump, I could have just went all the way around. This might be it. Oh, we missed it by inches. Okay, we'll go the long way. We were so close to being so awesome. It just didn't work out. Am I playing the Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection? Everyone's complaining that the server stability sucks. No. That sounds like a horrible time. Like, firstly, the first part of it that sounded horrible was you said Star Wars Battlefront Classic. Ooh, and I just kind of like shivered. But then you said that it was also a mess. I heard about the fact that the servers were a mess. I don't know why I heard about this. It must have gotten too late last night, and I must have been letting Asmongold videos run on the TV. That must have been how I heard about it. I don't know how else I would have. Yeah, I didn't play Battlefront back when it came out, and like, depending on the level of the remaster, my tolerance for like really old janky graphics is limited. So.
Farewell. For the Horde.
Like the last Battlefront game that I played, for some reason, like had no story campaign. It seemed like it was just PvP, and I'm not really into like shooter PvP. Like I don't play Call of Duty anymore or anything like that.
What do you need?
This is a breadcrumb to the crossroads.
Strength.
There was a shortcut out of the canyon. Yeah, that makes sense. Of course I missed it. Maybe I am too high of a level for these quests, and maybe we should go into the Barrens. We'll do a couple of them, and we'll just kind of see like how much XP we get. And if we're not getting a lot of XP, we'll just move on. We don't have to zone hop. Like we already did Mulgore. We don't have to be here. We did Mulgore, and we did a little bit around like Sen'jin Village and stuff. So we should be like on track with the leveling curve.
Yes. What do you want?
The Quilboar are staying on the land that not even the river can wash away. They told me to evacuate, but I told them that my job was not yet done. I hate the Quilboar so much. Will you help me kill them? Do you mean will I kill them while you stand here and do nothing? Then yes. If that's what you mean. Now these Quilboar were gray. I scanned them as we ran by, and they're not going to give us any kill XP. That's kind of why I'm starting to think maybe our time in Durotar is over. Let's do this one quest. We'll see what kind of experience we get, but yeah, I really don't want to be fighting gray mobs in Cataclysm. That doesn't sound like what I'm supposed to do. It's not hardcore. Like I don't have to play it in this way. Yeah, what are we? We're just killing any regular Quilboar and any scouts. We should be able to finish up pretty quick, and then we'll probably just move on. We can take the breadcrumbs right into the Barrens, into the crossroads. I don't know how we got the tag over that moonfire. That moonfire came in like long before we reached the mob. Let's just bail out of here. Yep, that's what I want to do. I just want to get to where, like, when we're fighting stuff, at least the stuff we're fighting is giving experience. Let's drop the rest of this. We'll keep the War Chief's command, and we'll keep the conscript of the Horde. But everything else can go. That's gonna work out better for us, I think. Am I enjoying Cata leveling? Yeah, absolutely. It's been fun. Ooh, this area is really pretty. I love these new little, like, I don't even know what you call them, like little sprouts that they added in the graphics in Cataclysm. These are really cool. It's like, it's ground clutter that's not super annoying. Yeah, leveling has been really fun. It's not fast, which doesn't bother me. But the weird thing is, one of the bullet points at BlizzCon was literally faster leveling. Like, it was its own bullet point. It was one of 4 bullet points. So to begin the beta and we're at level 13, and we played for 5 hours. That's on par with like Wrath of the Lich King without the JJ buff. It's almost on par with classic era leveling, which I'm okay with, but it's not what they said. So I'm thinking that they're going to be adjusting leveling a lot as the beta goes on. The rate at which I'm leveling now, I don't think that's going to be the leveling rate when the game finally comes out. I feel like we're going to see adjustments, unless it starts to pick up substantially. Unless this first little bit has been intentionally slow, and maybe once we get into the Barrens, maybe it starts to pick up, because right now we're like at a normal classic leveling pace. Tweety Bird, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Ooh, we're gonna have some good music in the Barrens, aren't we? We need to get into some like really good music.
For the Horde.
Oh no, this isn't it. No, this music's not it. I like the track that started and then that track ended. That's my one beef with Cataclysm music, is that like each zone has so many different music tracks that it cycles through that it feels like you can never get one of them to play for like a while. Like really good music starts and then it goes into another track. Whereas like I want the music to play for a little bit before it transitions. Planestrider Menace. We're doing Planestrider Beaks like out here at the border. This is a little bit different. So it's like the same quest. She's a different mob or a different NPC. Okay. And then we're going. They put a new quest here in Defense of Farwatch. All the Quillbar are our enemies. Some just prove to be more of a nuisance than others. The Razormane tribe has been attacking our supply caravans that roll through here from Orgrimmar. I have scouts seeking the leader of these raids, but until then, any losses you can inflict on the filthy pigmen would do us good. Start south of here, where they've been raiding our camps near the river. Seek them out and slay them. So, okay, we're not going right to the crossroads, apparently. We're gonna do stuff right here. Master Eden, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Like this track right here, I'd like to listen to this track for a little bit. Let's see how long this music plays before it turns into something else. Master Eden, thank you so much for the $10 super, my man. That's very generous of you. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Oh, that was the end of the music. You see, it's like a lot of the music tracks that they're really good, but they're not long enough. They don't play for long enough. You just start to get into the music, like you're like, man, this is really good, and then it changes. That's really my only gripe, and I noticed it when I was leveling retail characters through the Cataclysm zones, and I wonder, like, part of me is like, I should submit feedback, but I kind of know what's happening. Like, if you look at the name up here where it says Northern Barrens, I feel like every time we kind of change this little zone name, it changes the music. So like, instead of like 1 or 2 tracks applying to like the entire Northern Barrens, each little named area now has its own musical tracks that play. And so like, A, they're really short even if you let them go. B, if you move too far out of an area, you're going to transition into another little area that has different music. And the result just, it isn't as like ambient or as immersive when you're flipping through music tracks so rapidly and like one track doesn't really draw you in. To me at least. But I don't know like how to even submit feedback. Like what's the feedback? Your sound design sucks. Please make your musical tracks longer, and please make it so that not so many tracks change so rapidly as I move throughout the zone. Like, that's sound design. You know, it's the overall the way the music is tied to like the space that we're occupying in the game. So it's not going to change. That's my rant about the music. I'll stop now. That's all I've got. This place is picked clean. There's like no mobs. We gotta free some wolves back that way. Maybe if I stick it out around the wolves, maybe we'll get respawns back here. As I was killing the pet, somebody tagged the actual mob. So rude. I should have went in with a thunderclap. That was my mistake. Cheyenne, good evening to you. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, the mail and the plate gear will look pretty good on us. Especially once we get like a pair of shoulders to really like complete the silhouette. Again, I don't really know how we tagged this guy. Like, we saw the shield strike before we got there. It's almost like as soon as we charge, we have the tag. As soon as I pressed charge, the game had tagged it for us. As opposed to waiting until I got there and actually hit it. Like, I saw that shield bounce off of him long before we got there. He was probably not very happy about that. Yeah, my very first 60 was also a Tauren Warrior. Way back in the day on the Dalaran server. We're still looking for 3 more plunderers. Did my Worgen Hunter get to complete the broken map thing? You know, you mean the place where there's no water, but there's supposed to be water? I haven't checked today. Yeah, I'm gonna check later after the stream. I'm gonna do some recordings this evening, so I'll check this evening and I'll see if he's out. If he's not out, if he's still stuck, I'm gonna start up the Goblin recorded series, and I'm just gonna wait for them to fix it. It's like, you know, the water is literally missing. They're gonna fix it eventually. So I think I could re-roll him up to level 7. It'd probably only take me a couple hours, but I'm gonna hold off. And yeah, if he's still stuck, I'm gonna start up the Goblin Shaman. Because I want to get a series for those starting areas too. Maybe they'll both get stuck. Maybe they will alternate, like, getting stuck. Somebody told me that, like, some of the goblins can't go transition to the other islands. I'm not really sure, like, what that means, but it sounds like maybe sometimes goblins are also getting stuck. So maybe I'll just jump back and forth between, like, who's stuck today. If we get desperate, we'll do the gnome starting area. They probably won't get stuck anywhere. Mr. Hassel, you're still waiting for your beta invite? Yeah, I think a lot of people are. All you can do is just make sure you're signed up. And keep checking your drop-down. Don't wait for an email. Keep checking the drop-down every day in Battle.net. Like, every day, restart your Battle.net, check the drop-down, see if you have access. I never get emails. I just find it in the drop-down one day.
Me not that kind of orc.
He's not that kind of orc. Not exactly, like, sure what kind of orc he means. There's a bad bug in the goblin, it's the second goblin island. Yeah, and they'll fix them, but yeah. You know, they could just not let us play those characters, you know. They could have just, like, grayed out character creation, so, like, it sucks that there are bugs. At the same time, like, I'm happy to have gotten a start on the characters, even if they end up getting stuck for a while. Invites me to a group, yeah, that's fine. Let's take a group here, because I'm having a hard time finding the rest of these guys. Can't load Blizzard Raid UI, wrong game type. See, this is what's going to be whack. Like, most of the bugs that exist right now in Cata are because they're using some, like, hacked chunk of the Dragonflight game client. Like, this is not even running, like... And the way I know is, like, when my recording software captures, like, footage, it puts it in, like, a named folder. And when I record, like, Hardcore and Season of Discovery, it puts it in the Classic folder. And when I record this, it puts it in the Dragonflight folder. And so it's running off some weird, like, version of the Dragonflight, like, zones. It's full of bugs. Like, it's been a long time since I've played in a Blizzard beta, but this seems like incredibly buggy. Even for a beta. I hope people are giving lots of good feedback because I'm not. I assume that if Blizzard wants to see all the bugs that I'm experiencing, I'm assuming they would just like have somebody watch the stream, obviously. That's the easiest thing to do, right? Just dedicate a couple people to watch the streams. Then you can see all the bugs that I encounter in real time. As a goblin, you can Hearthstone to Orgrimmar, though, if you don't set it anywhere else. Yeah, see, that's the broken thing about the Worgen, is like, your Hearthstone just doesn't work. Unless you've completed the Gilneas campaign. Which, at the point that I'm stuck, like, you wouldn't have. They could just fix that for now. They could just fix it to make your Hearthstone work. And then, like, maybe they fix the water later. Like, I don't know. I don't know how hard it is to go, like, to tell the game to put water where there's supposed to be water. Apparently, maybe it's pretty hard. How many bugs can there be? The game was already out 10 years ago. Yeah, but that's the thing, Mr. Hassel, is they're not using that game client. Yes, that game client, especially in its final form, was good. There were no bugs by then, or most of the bugs have been sussed out. But that's not the game client they're using, not even close. They're using some hacked together version of like parts of the Cataclysm Time Walking from Dragonflight, it seems like. And so because of the hacked way, like they're taking the zones and some of the data, but then they're trying to like recreate the classic parts, like the talents, the abilities, the mobs. It's a freaking mess how they've had to do it, I think. Like, otherwise, yeah, if they had just been able to copy the same client from 2010 or whenever and like get that going, there wouldn't be this many bugs. So that's not what they've been able to do here, though. They are doing it a different way. And it seems a little messy. But it's probably the only way they can do it. Like, you can't even join or leave a party without a Lua error. You will get a Lua error every single time you join a party, every single time someone leaves a party or you leave a party. You're gonna get an error. Like, it's 100% guaranteed. That's how many bugs there are. There are bugs affecting fundamental aspects of how the game functions. That's how many bugs there are. There are places where there is supposed to be an ocean of water, and there's no water. That's why it desperately needs a beta. It might have needed an alpha. That wasn't just like strictly internal. This might be the alpha.
Stronghold for the Horde.
Pigmen running amok right on the border of Durotar? Not on my watch. It is as they say. The best defense is crushing all who oppose you. One of my scouts followed the Quillbore after the last caravan raid, so we know where to strike. Kreenig's Snarlsnout is the mastermind behind the attacks along the river. Crush him, defeat him, and disembowel his forces so that the attacks on this camp cease. We have to disembowel them? Like, I think that's a little bit too much. Oh look, like some of the orcs just have a weird graphical flaw where for some reason instead of having an actual beard, they have this blank like placeholder type of beard. So it's like even the facial hair is bugged. Which is great. Yeah, he looks like Santa Claus. He didn't take off his all of his costume from his part-time job.
Strength and honor. Fight well, friend.
We still don't have all of our Planestrider beaks.
Go forth.
Supplies for the crossroads, collect 5. We need 5 crossroads supply crates.
Go with honor.
Which is a little bit different. And yeah, it looks like we're going back down to the south to get them. Let's see if we can find the rest of the Striders we need. His beard looks like a bib. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's like, yeah, he's coming from the barbecue place with his bib still on. That is what it looked like. Ooh, what's that? We got Strength, Agility, Battle Chain Tunic. Okay. Is that better than what we have? Yeah, it's gonna be better than what we have. Go ahead and equip that. I have to say, I'm really loving the momentum of the warrior, and I feel like I don't think any other class is gonna give me like this feeling of gameplay. It's like really it's all about the charge. We got a beaded orb of fiery wrath. A beaded orb. Is that a little bit redundant? A beaded orb? I don't know about that. Sounds a little bit sus. I swear I just saw like a barge or a canal boat or some kind of weird like thing. It was there and then it was gone. What was that? Was that some kind of goblin boat? I did see something. Okay, good. Yeah, it was like fading away from my retina, like even as I acknowledged it. It was a goblin transport. What? What are they transporting? Probably nothing good. Ghost ship? That's what it appeared like for a minute. I saw it right as it was like phasing out. We need one more Planestrider beak. I'm not just killing these birds for no reason. It belongs in Thousand Needles. Oh, that's right, it's flooded. Right. Oh yeah, they have like a big barge out where the Shimmering Flats were. They have like a giant goblin like pleasure ship. I'm assuming it's like a ship like a casino, and I haven't been there myself. I don't go to goblin pleasure houses, so I don't know what they have. I'm just assuming. It's probably, if it's here and it's the first time you've seen one here, it's probably a bug. It's a 50-50 chance that it's a bug at this point.
Strength,
We still need the
May your
supplies.
days never
Planeswalker
dull.
Menace.
Fight well, friend.
Level 14. Let's go the last point in War Academy. It's actually really nice, like, getting to do a bunch of stuff out here, like, before we head to the crossroads. Instead of, like, going to the crossroads and having, like, a million quests to pick up, we do, like, a handful of them here, and then, like, some of these are now, like, now we're gonna have different stuff to do once we get to the crossroads. I like this questing flow. It's a really nice flow. I'm also realizing that with, like, with the amount of joke zones that the Alliance has, Horde questing in Cataclysm is much better than Alliance questing. Because if we were doing Alliance questing, right now we'd be doing the stupid, like, murder mystery stuff, like the CSI spoof over in Westfall, okay? And then, like, basically as soon as we're done with the CSI spoof over in Westfall, then we'd have to go to Red Ridge and we'd have to do the Rambo spoof. Like, I'm sure there are other spoofs as well. Like, I feel like half of the Alliance leveling zones became, like, references to, like, other shit. Which is not as fun to level through as something that just actually feels like part of the game world. So yeah, I think in Cataclysm, I think, like, Horde leveling is better. I think Horde leveling finally got better than Alliance leveling. Lael, good afternoon, man. Welcome to the stream. You eventually get a quest that you ride the boat. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. That boat looked a little small for me. Yeah, I don't know if you'd call it a spoof or a reference or, like, I don't know what the proper term for it is, but I don't like them. I hate what they did with Westfall. I hate what they did with Red Ridge. Like, I don't like those zones. And there's probably others, like, that do that I'm not aware of on the Alliance side. Whereas, like, as far as I know, the Horde side just seems to take itself seriously. Like, here are stories that are just happening in the world. It's not trying to, like, reference some, like, 80s movie. Or whatever, like, the popular TV show happens to be on CBS. That kind of stuff just doesn't really age that well. There are a lot of people playing this beta. Everywhere we're at, there's just people killing everything. Oh, also we're in a cave, so there's no music at all. I wish, like, okay, maybe can I give that feedback? Like, how do I give feedback to the effect of you need to have cave music? I shouldn't go in a cave and have it suddenly just be silent. I want some cave music. I was like, maybe I'll jump off and tag that guy, and then 4 players converged upon his location. I can go get that box, though. It seems like maybe we share these with other people. Like, I've seen people kneel down to loot them, and then it doesn't disappear. It disappeared for us, though. Maybe they didn't actually loot it. I don't know. Oh, I also have to find Krennig. Oh my gosh, I don't even have any idea where he will be at. I haven't seen him alive, and I haven't been looking for his body. I need to start looking for his body so that I can camp him out. I'm assuming he's going to be inside the cave and not, like, somewhere topside. Daniel, good afternoon, man. Welcome to the stream. With a group, we have a better chance of finding him. And of getting any tags on anything at all. You'd kind of think that he'd be down here as, like, the back of the cave. But I don't see him. We need a few more thorn weavers. 2 more thorn weavers. Maybe he'd be up top here? I'm not sure where he would like to hang out. Okay, we got another Lua error. Good, good, good. Aha. Yes, he likes to be up here. There he is. I like not having Questy and not having it marked for me in Questy. I like having to wonder, like having to not know. Even if sometimes you're running around like an idiot because you have no idea what's going on. Like it's a better feeling to be like, I wonder where he's at, than to say, oh, his dot is right there, let me try to navigate to his dot. Alright, we are done here. Let's make our way out of the cave. And let's get back outside where, like, actual music plays. Am I excited for the eventual Shadowlands Classic? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm hot for it. You know it. Jesus. I love me Saturdays and evening streams. They're the best. Yeah. No, they're probably going to stop at Mist. In all seriousness, we will probably get a Mist of Pandaria Classic. And then, like, I don't think we'll see a Warlords of Draenor Classic. How's the split up Barrens? I like it so far. I really liked coming into the zone, and instead of just like dragging ourselves all the way to the crossroads, like having stuff to do out here in this area was really nice. I've always like eyeballed these outposts in Classic Era, and I thought, like, why wouldn't this outpost have a couple of quests for us to do? There used to be an outpost over here by Stone Talon also, that I used to think, like, well, why wouldn't they just have like a handful of stuff? They don't need help with anything out here on the frontiers. So it's really cool to see that that's what they did. They saw these little outposts as like opportunities to spread out some of the questing. And I've been really digging the flow of the questing. It's been nice.
Fight well, friend.
Strength and honor. Strength.
Have I seen the new edition for Elder Scrolls? No, the last time I touched Elder Scrolls was when the Arcanist came out. Elder Scrolls it never like holds my interest long. And the other thing about ESO is like I feel like they put out a lot of like updates. Like I feel like every few months they're putting out a new expansion. I wonder, like as a player of ESO, like I wonder if people who play ESO consistently, if that's like just a really good cadence of content, or if it's like too much content. I don't know if I'd be able to keep up with it, even if I played the game more frequently. All right, so caravan escorted. Oh, we have to click on this caravan and like get inside of it, perhaps. Would I like to join a guild? No, I don't.
Greetings.
Yeah, they should do progression servers. Yeah, that's a good idea. I've talked about this before. Yep. I feel like, yeah, like maybe once they're done with the classic project, like they've released Mist of Pandaria Classic and that's all done, then they could just run like yearly progression servers where like, you know, you start at vanilla and every 3 months the next expansion opens up. That's what they do for EverQuest, I'm pretty sure. And so like obviously they'd have to give you like some kind of leveling buff, like, you know, for like vanilla BC. They'd probably have to like make a commensurate leveling buff. But yeah, like doing it so it's like every 3 months, then the next expansion opens, then 3 months, and then you just do that, like, you just reset, you know, you do it, then you rinse and reset, you do it, then you rinse and reset. That could be a way to do it, and then also you'll have like seasonal stuff that's like kind of separate from that. You could have progression servers that are like their vanilla incarnations, and then you can do your seasonal stuff where you do crazy stuff like in SOD. And then maybe eventually you can have a Classic Plus. Eventually there can be 15 different ways to play WoW. Eventually. If we wait long enough, there will be 15 different ways to play the game. It's too confusing. Yeah, that was kind of my point. I was like, there's a lot of really cool things they can do, but the problem is like they literally can't do all of it. Like, it'd be cool to have progression servers, it'd be cool to have more seasons, it'd be cool to have Classic Plus, but you can't have progression servers, seasonal servers, Classic Plus, current era Classic, you know, Dragon, whatever the retail expansion is, like Vanilla era, Hardcore. Like, you can't have all those ways to play the game. That's splitting people up way too much. And it gets confusing for anybody like coming into the genre. Like, oh, I want to play WoW. Okay, which one of the 10 versions of WoW would you like to play? Oh, you don't know? Oh, okay. Well, listen to people's biased opinions on it, and then try to make up your mind. So, yeah, it gets to be too much, I think.
May your blades never dull.
I'm wearing my Lions hoodie. Am I from Detroit? Yeah, I am. I'm from near Detroit. And then we also spent 8 years living in Kansas City, so I'm a Chiefs fan and a Lions fan. And I don't know what you mean by pain, man. The Lions for the past 2 years have been really good. Like, they went really far this year. They've been playing amazing football. But yeah, obviously, like, you know, the 50 years before that, not so good.
For the Horde, go forth to victory. Thrall Hall.
Oh yeah, I get people in the chat all the time like asking like about the different versions of WoW. They don't know what version they should play, or they want to play a specific version. They don't even know how to navigate to that version.
Be safe.
Like how to even use Battle.net to get the right client, and then look in the server list for the right server type. Like a lot of people don't know how to do that stuff. And there's not like a good like really clean cut guide I've seen to like educate a new player on how to access like all their options and what those options mean. You know, if you sign up for WoW today and you buy like the new retail expansion, you're thinking like I want to play Classic, you probably don't know there's a bunch of different ways to do that.
What can I do for you?
Alright, what am I doing here? Because I don't know. Consumed by Hatred, that's like the old Mankrik quest. They moved this one. 30 Quillboar tusks. Razormane prisoner delivered. Use the net to ensnare Razormane pillager, drag it back to the farm. It is our instinct to simply lash out at our attackers, but wisdom dictates another path. We should interrogate one of these Quillboar invaders and learn all we can. Take this net and ensnare a Quillboar pillager attacking our farm just west of here. Club the beast unconscious and bring it to me. Oh, we're gonna club him unconscious. Okay, okay. And then kill some. So, like, we don't want to kill them all. Like, capture one, kill the rest type of deal. How am I going to club him? I guess I use the net first. Okay, we've used the net. And now I pounded it. I'm going to pound this chump. That's what it says. Pound this chump. Oh, he got aggressive. Okay, I got to pound him faster. When you're trying to pound a chump, don't wait. I wonder if he can't be in combat. Okay, there we go. Let's pound him quick. Boom. Alright, now we drag him back. Yeah, there's already 5 versions. That's exactly my point. It's already confusing for, especially for new people. It's even confusing for returning people. Like, if you're someone who played the game 5 or 6 years ago before Classic ever even existed, then it's gonna be confusing for you. You're gonna have to, like, do some research before you play, and then you're gonna have to blindly try to decide, like, what version of the game should you play. You're gonna have to read about all the different versions and then kind of decide, like, based on your preferences, what version you think you want, or you try all of them. You know, you could try them all. I don't know where this guy needs to go. This is let's see. Back to the farm. Back to a specific person. Okay, not to Man Crick, though. We need to take him to, like, the lady who gave us the quest. I just wasn't paying attention to where she was. Yeah, I don't know where she's at. I remember having this problem with this quest, like, a long time ago. Like, realizing that I just didn't know where she was at. It's not this person. This is the times when Questy comes in useful, though. When I have to find a specific NPC and I don't know where they're at. I'm tempted to just abandon the quest. I'm gonna abandon the quest and retake it. And then that way I'll try to remember, like, where she is. I still have him. That's hilarious. She was somewhere, like, really far this way, apparently. How do you get access to World of Warcraft Cataclysm Beta? Well, the first thing you have to do is you have to sign into your account and you have to register for the beta. And the second thing you have to do is wait. And then maybe eventually they invite you. But yeah, you do have to log into worldofwarcraft.com, go to the beta sign up page, and sign up for the beta. And then your chances to get invited are random. It seems like they're inviting more people every week. And it's not a first come first serve type of thing. I didn't register for the beta until the day people had already been given invites, like a week or so ago. And I got an invite this week, so it's not first come first serve, I don't think. By any means. Okay, so she is over in this area. Let me remember where she's at. That way we can capture this guy and actually bring him back. Monica, a couple of people told me that they did not have a sub, like an active sub, and they still got a beta invite. So you might not have to have an active sub anymore. I know usually that used to be the case. It used to be that you had to have an active sub, and in fact it used to be like the longer your sub had been active, the more likely you were to get invited. But apparently, like, I had 2 people tell me the other day that they didn't have active subs and they still got a beta invite because they were signed up for the beta. So yeah, they might have changed it. And a Lua error. Perfect, perfect.
Zug Zug, be safe. May your blades never dull.
I suppose he'll come around with some cold water to the face. What do you think he'll tell us? I'll secure him inside our livestock pen behind me here. I don't think he'll stay conscious for long. Find out what you can about why the Quillboar are attacking our farms. I'll leave the interrogation methods up to your better judgment. Oh my god, now I'm an interrogator. I didn't sign up for that. Can I give him a sandwich? Can I be like, tickle time? That's a little bit weird. I'm gonna offer food. Kick him in his big, fat face. I'm gonna offer him food first. And be civilized. Oh, look at this. I got a buff. I offered him food and I got a buff and he immediately started talking. It says, saintly, you're a nice person. Health regeneration rate is increased by 3% for 20 minutes. Sometimes, guys, it does pay off to do the right thing. I could have kicked him in his big fat face, but I didn't do that. I probably would have got like an attack buff if I had kicked him in his face.
Mogra, farewell.
Very interesting. Our brute here seems both enthralled and terrified of the one they call Tortusk. A powerful leader can inspire his people to acts of greatness or atrocity. But we orcs would know that more than others. We should turn our attention to this Tortusk problem.
For the Horde.
We're gonna go kill Tortusk.
May your blades never
Got it.
dull.
You went to download the PTR client, you were told you needed to activate. Yeah, but the PTR client is a separate client from the Cata client. The PTR and the Cata Beta client are two different clients though. Like they show up completely differently in the dropdown. And so that could be why. Yeah, for the PTR you probably do need an active account, but if you had just the classic Cata Beta client, then you wouldn't. Yeah. It's two different installs. Khalid, good evening. Welcome to the stream.
Loktar, go forth to victory.
Wait, I'm so used to like not reading quest. I've gotten like way out of the habit. I don't even know what he wanted us to do. Maybe this was the crossroads delivery. All right, we have to kill a couple of pillagers. We need Tusk. I'm assuming we're gonna get the Tusk over like a series of quests that I shouldn't farm them all at once. And then Tortusk is gonna be over this way. What is the drop down? Is that your inbox? The drop down is like you're looking at BattleNet. Up on the top you select Classic. Down here a ways, there's going to be a little caret that you're going to click. It's going to drop down all the different versions of Classic. It's hard to explain. I don't think I have a screen set up that I can actually show it. Let me see if maybe this screen will show it. Hold on. Bear with me for a second. Okay, yep, this one shows it. Okay, so this is the drop down I'm talking about right here. Like, you'll click your drop down here, you'll have Classic selected, you'll click your drop down, you'll know if you're in the beta because you will see Cataclysm Classic Beta, which is not the Classic Era PTR. That's what I mean. Okay, back to your regularly scheduled program. Boop. Cata feels interesting, but it feels wrong. You can't tell why. Hey, you know, everyone's gonna have their personal preference whether they like it or not. You don't have to like it. You can think this is not my classic, this is not my jam. Like, that's totally okay. I've been digging it. It is a different era of the game. Can you transfer one from another food photographer? I might need some more info, man. I don't know what you mean. Are you talking about moving characters from like one version over to the beta? In that case, no, not right now. There's no character copy or anything like that right now. Barbaric cloth boots. 1 stam, 2 int. Buffalo Bill, good afternoon, man. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. I still am not sure, but the answer is probably no. The question is confusing enough that the answer is probably no. I'm gonna go with no. Dustin, good afternoon, man. Welcome. When in doubt, just say no. Oh, apparently we have a Kodo back here we have to rescue. Buffalo Bill, you think the Worgans move a little bit weird? Yeah, the Worgans look a little bit weird. They don't look like what I remember, and they definitely don't look like their retail counterparts. They are very different. Yeah, I'm gonna play through all their starting areas, and like that's my goal with that playthrough is to see like both of their starting zones, whatever unique zones they have. We're gonna play through those. Like, I don't know if like long term, I probably wouldn't play a Worgen like super long term, but I want to see their story. Same thing with the goblins. Like I probably won't play a goblin like long term, but I'm gonna play their starting areas to read all the quests. They lack a tail, they lean forward too much, it looks weird without some counterweight. They lack a tail. Huh. Do they have tails in retail? Yeah, like I don't know. I guess when I think of a werewolf, does a werewolf have a tail? I guess it doesn't. So like when I think about like my classical image of a werewolf. It's not like they're a fox person. If they were a fox person, then I would say like, yeah, a tail. But I guess when I think of a werewolf, they don't have a tail. I don't know. Like I said, they look a little bit weird. I think they just don't look like what I was expecting. I clearly don't remember their like Cataclysm versions because the version has been changed. Like the way they look in retail is different. I think they got a pretty big overhaul at some point. I could be wrong about this, but I remember people complaining a lot about the Worgen, and I remember at some point I thought they did an overhaul of them. The starting zone is fun, but yes, it's still buggy. I haven't checked today, but the last time I checked, my guy was in the bottom of an ocean that didn't have water. Ah, someone got Tortusk. I went for the pet again. Who tagged this guy? Did you tag this guy? Were you waiting? You were waiting for me to try to tag it so that you could tag it. Well, that's fair. Because then you blatantly did not join my group. Interesting. Do I prefer the old Barons or the Cata Barons so far? It's, you know, it's just different flavors of the same thing. It's like saying, do I prefer like orange sherbet or green sherbet? Like all sherbet is good. Like I haven't gotten through enough to really say one way or another, but I have really enjoyed coming into the zone, having stuff to do at the outpost, and like feeling like there are things to do on the way to the crossroads is a good feeling. I've been enjoying the flow of questing a lot. Now that does not necessarily mean that I like it more than classic, but to me it's just different flavors. It's not when I'm playing this, when I'm playing different versions of WoW, I'm not always like directly comparing them to other versions. I'm just enjoying them for what they are. Especially in a day and age when we have so many different versions of WoW to play. Like I play it for what it is, and I try to decide if I like it based on what it is, and not I don't try to factor in, well, do I like this more than something else. That's not how I gauge how I feel about something. I don't gauge my feelings based on how they compare to some other thing. So basically, like, it makes it impossible that when people ask me that question, I'm like, there's not even a way for me to answer that question because I don't make the comparison. Yeah, so far I've been having a great time. It's been fun. It's been fun. It's had a nice flow. There are quests, like many quests, I don't know, so I have to use my brain a little bit, and I have to pay a little bit of attention to like figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. Like right now, I'm not paying attention. Like I'm supposed to be doing multiple things here, and like because I'm not familiar with the quest, like I don't know. I have to get sacks of grain. I still need quillboar tusk. Eventually, we have to circle back and find a few more pillagers. I don't think we're gonna find pillagers down here. It doesn't seem like it, at least. But there are sacks of grain somewhere. Area loot is a good quality of life feature that I wish they would bring to Classic now. Like bring it to Cataclysm onward. Like area loot is just like it's win for players. There's nothing bad about area loot. There's no detriment to the game or to the player experience from having area loot. So they should probably try to work area loot in. I don't think anybody would be like, oh my god, they're putting in area loot, this ruins Classic. Like, I don't think anybody's gonna have that take. And if someone does have that take, you probably shouldn't listen to them or anything else they say. I guess while we like look around here for sacks of grain or whatever we're looking for, we can work on our quillboar tusks. We do need a bunch of them. Did they introduce area loot in Cata? No, I don't. They didn't. There's no area loot happening right now. There were a couple of things so far that I thought they introduced in Cata that aren't in Cata. Like I thought in Cata they made it so when you did herbalism or mining, that you got a little bit of character XP from it. But we tried herbalism and it wasn't giving character XP. So yeah, I'm thinking that a lot of the changes that I thought happened in Cataclysm actually happened in MoP. Possibly even as late as Warlords of Draenor. I see this little sack back here. I feel like this is not like the grain sack that I'm looking for. I also can't tell, like I can't zoom in enough. There's no zoom on the map. So I can't even really see like where I'm supposed to be finding these. That's making this one kind of challenging. I do see a small blue, like a tiny blue area over here. I'm just not sure how to get to it. Yeah, MoP was when they actually revamped the talents. Like, the talents work a little bit differently in Cata. In Cata, you do have to pick a tree, and you don't get access to the other trees until you've spent like 31 points in your main tree. So they did do a revamp-ish, but not like the rows that happen every 5 levels. That came in MoP. I think that like maybe part of the problem is maybe these quests are completely farmed out. Like I've picked up a couple. The weird thing is like I've picked up a couple of these sacks and like I wasn't paying attention. I was talking to you guys. So like I don't know what they look like. I don't know what they look like and I have no idea where I found them. Now it's highlighting 2 like slightly different areas very far from where I'm at. I might be screwed for this quest. If I don't find one soon and like learn what it looks like, I'm probably shit out of luck. I thought this would be what they looked like, but it's not. See, there's these like false sacks, decoy sacks all around us. Like, oh, here's a sack. No, those are not the sacks you're looking for. Oh, okay, we're looking for different sacks. Got it. This is tough. This one is tough. Oh boy. I wish I could remember where I found the 2 that I got. I would just like stand in that area forever. Maybe I got them over where the name guy was. Eros, this is your first time watching the stream. I seem pretty chill. And I interact with chat. Yeah, I try to interact with you guys. It leads to times like this when like I don't know what I'm doing in the game and I can't play, but it's worth it. As far as being chill, like I try to be chill about 90% of the time. The blood elf yanked him. Like, yeah, where the blood elf yanked from us. Yes, I should head back that way. That might be where I picked them up. Tactical with the 9 months. Thank you so much, man. Gathering XP came in the 4.0.1 patch. 4.0.1. That was MOP, right? Yeah. No. Yeah. MOP. Well, no. I mean, would that... See, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know the... Don't ask me about math. Don't ask me to fucking math anything. I can't math. I don't know math. Okay, so... Vanilla, Burning Crusade, Wrath, Cata. I got it now. So it's not in. Like, it's not in right now. So, like... It's supposed to be in the game. It's not in the game. You know, and the reason why it's not in the game is because they're not using the 4.0.1 client to pull this off. They're using the Dragonflight client to pull this off. And who knows? Who knows if some of those features will even make it into the game? This is assuming that somebody at Blizzard remembers that we're supposed to get experience from mining and herbalism in Cata. Like they'd actually have to know that, and because it's not in the game right now, so they would actually have to put it into the game. It's not that it's bugged, it just isn't in the game. Like, it's like, it's a bug in the sense that it's not working appropriately, but it's not a bug in the sense that, like, a functionality is not working, it's that a functionality does not exist. Yeah, it's not that it's not working and it's bugged, it just isn't in the game. It's not in the game client that we're using at all. Yeah, they're using some form of the Dragonflight. Like, they're using the retail client. Like, they've taken parts of, like, the Cataclysm Time Walking campaign zones, and it seems like they have tried to cobble together a functional Cataclysm Classic client. Yeah, that's what it seems like. It might not stay that way. Like, they might eventually, like, break it off, but right now it's using some variant of retail. It's weird. That's why there are so many bugs, because it doesn't feel like they just have the old client laying around and they fired it up and they're using the old client, you know. We might be giving up on this on the Stolen Grain quest. I'm gonna fight until I get all my Quillbore tusks, and if I get all my Quillbore tusks, we're just gonna go back and we're gonna turn these in and we're gonna move on. We also need pillagers. Part of it is that I can't pay. I'm not paying enough attention to find them. Part of it is that I think they're farmed out. I think that, like, there's too many players here and we're just not grabbing them. Yeah, it's beta. It's supposed to be buggy, and it's like the hope is that by the time the game actually releases, that all these bugs will be taken care of. We got 30 horns. Let's get out of here. Our bags are full. We need a vendor. I haven't seen a single sack. We have 2 sacks. We might never get more. But for now, I think we have to go vendor at least. I think I must have picked them up over here somewhere. But I still haven't seen one, like, actually exist in the world. Yeah, there's nothing on the ground over here right now. The Dragonflight client makes sense. It would explain gear from Beyond Cata being available at the PvP vendors. Yes. Yep. There you go. That's like, yeah, exactly. Yep. I wish they'd have copied in the new view distance. Like, with, like, using the Dragonflight client, they must have used, like, an older version of it from before they patched in, like, the new skyboxes and the new view distance for the dragon riding cups. I wish they'd have just put that in too. That'd be very nice to be able to, like, to see a little bit further. I'd like to be able to see as far as my computer can let me see, which is quite a bit farther than this. We'll see what other quests they give us, and we'll decide if we want to even bother with this one or not. I would like to get the pillagers. We have to get them as they run in. And before the guards kill them. We didn't get credit for that one at all.
friend. Be safe.
That's right, we have inventory problems. Let's vendor everything.
Speak, friend.
There we go. That's better.
Strength.
We could bind our Hearthstone here. That'd be
Can I help
pretty
you?
smart. I guess we'll do that for now. I don't know if we're going to need that or not. It would have been nice to have already done it.
What can I do for you?
I sold my bandages. I'll make some more. Yeah, you know, for a minute I thought I was going to need them a lot, and then we stopped needing them. Yeah, basically, like with Victory Rush, there's not a huge need for it. You know what I mean? So I might, it's seeing as how it's beta, like I may eventually start vendoring this stuff. Just because I haven't really needed them. It levels it up a lot faster now. It's not instant like it should be. I should be able to say make all 60. I should be able to press one button. It should make all 60. It's not that fast yet, but it's going faster than it does in Classic Era, so that's good. Surprised I don't auto sell the gray stuff. I'm not using any add-ons because, you know, partially because it's beta. Secondly, I'm just not running any add-ons, so I don't have a way to auto sell junk. I have to manually sell all my stuff. That's how the game works by default. Unless you're playing retail. Like retail has the sell junk option. The sell junk option in retail works about 50% of the time. We'll stop once this hits 50, and then we have to find a trainer eventually. If we get to 50 with this. $50% of the time it works every time, so it works 25% of the time. Pretty sure that's how the math works out.
McGraw. Be safe.
Alright, so yeah, let's turn this one in. I don't think we need to go after the sacks. I think I'm pretty much sacked out on that one. Can I jump over this fence? Yes, I can.
What do you need? Dabu.
Ooh, a two-handed axe. That's a bit of a damage increase, I think. Mancrick's Boar Slicer. Oh, that looks really cool. That actually looks really cool.
Strength.
We are definitely using that for a bit. It's even got like a unique like blue background on it. Like, yeah, I like it. Every time of 50% of the time is 50% of the time. I don't think so. That seems really unlikely to me. You can't cut a pizza that many ways and still have half a pizza.
Glory to the Horde.
This might be the coolest looking axe in all of Cataclysm. We do have a quest to escort the caravan. I just have to find them now. Maybe this guy? Caravan Master sounds likely.
May your blades.
All right, yeah, we're gonna move on. We're not gonna worry about the sacks of grain. Let's jump on. Now we have 2 abilities, face smash and shoot. So now they're going to jump onto the Kodo. We have to smash them in the face. We have a talent point. Right on, right on. Thanks for the reminder. Tab targeting does not work here. Don't try to tab target these guys. It's not doing anything. So we gotta manually click them. Apparently, if you're fast enough, none of them make it onto the back of the Kodo. We didn't have to face smash anybody. What a shame. Tactical, the DK axe is the best looking axe in the game. I don't remember what it looks like. Alright, so we're finally at Crossroads. Now we're going to set our Hearthstone here.
Greetings.
Forgotten Pools is going to be exactly the same. We must find the source, travel to the Forgotten Pools, northwest of the Crossroads, search its waters for any source of power, then return here. We know that one. Disciples of Naralex. This is a Wailing Caverns breadcrumb. We'll take it. Like, am I going to do Wailing Caverns? I don't know. I'm not sure. I do see like people looking for group for stuff in general and looking for group chat, so maybe.
For something special.
Maybe.
One with the Earth Mother.
Yeah, this axe looks like an axe that a Tauren would wield. It looks very like appropriate. It's even got some feathers sticking out of it for like flavor. I think those are feathers.
I am forsaken.
5 fungal spores. This one hasn't changed at all. Grab the Flight Master.
Sub go with honor.
This guy has no quest for us now. We did most of these quests elsewhere. And then it looks like the guy up in the tower doesn't have the Harpy kill quest for us either. So maybe they put that one somewhere else.
What do you need?
Hunting Zebra. Okay,
Strength.
good.
Go forth to victory.
And hunting the Huntress. 5 Huntress Claws from Savannah. Yeah, all these are the same.
Farewell.
Some of them got moved to the outpost that we already cleared, but the rest of them that are here, we've already done them. We got a talent point. Increase all healing received, and the effectiveness of the self-healing could be good. Charge generates... I don't need rage. Stunning nearby enemies would be okay, but I already have so much rage. Like, am I gonna need this? Maybe I'll put 1 point in each of these to move on. I'm gonna take field dressing first. Like, right now I have so much rage, I don't know what to do with it. At level 16 we learn Heroic Strike, and maybe then I'll want more rage, but right now I really don't. Is my trainer inside the building here? Yes, he is.
What do you need?
Whoops.
Strength.
Oh, we get Heroic Strike at 14. Oh, okay. And then Taunt as well.
Go forth.
Alright, so where am I gonna put Heroic Strike? I guess it'll go here. An attack that instantly deals physical damage. A good attack for moments of excess rage. So I'm hoping this is still off the global cooldown. No, it has a 3-second cooldown. Is this gonna be the same thing where it's gonna share a cooldown with Mortal Strike? Am I only gonna use either one of these or the other? Is that what's going on? Am I not gonna have like an actual rage dump that I can slam? That's so weird. Yeah, let's see. Hunter's Claw, Stolen Grain, we should probably just abandon that one. Let's head out to the Forgotten Pools. We'll get any Zevra that we pass along the way. And we'll try to figure out how Heroic Strike's gonna work and if it's actually gonna be useful to us. Okay, so it doesn't seem to share a cooldown with Mortal Strike. Let's fight another thing here and see. This is not going to live maybe long enough to even tell. So if I go in and I Mortal Strike, okay, I can. I can Mortal Strike and then I could slam Heroic Strike at the same time. So it is off the global cooldown. But it does have its own 3-second cooldown. So yes, it is a rage dump, but it's only going to be a rage dump every 3 seconds. Alright, that's cool though. It's nice to finally have it. Is the Cata Beta in the Wrath PTR, or is it separate? It's separate, yeah. You'll, Here, I'll just show everybody real quick one more time. Let's go here, and then I can quickly show you guys. If you have the Cata Beta, it'll show up like this. It's not the PTR, it's not any of the PTRs, it'll show up as the Cataclysm Beta. That's how you'll know. It'll be a separate install. And make sure you're signed up. You have to be signed up for the beta for them to invite you to it. I almost feel like I really don't need to rend that much. Is rend really doing a lot for me? I mean, it's a button to press, I suppose, when I can't press anything else, but those moments are like becoming few and far between. Usually now I have another button to press. I could throw it up right away. I could do rend and Heroic Strike right off the bat. That's one way I could do it. Fire them off together, and then move into a Mortal Strike. Thunderclap later gives AoE rend? I don't think so. Not in this version of the game, I don't think. I could be wrong, like I'm not super familiar with the Cata classes, but that sounds like more of a retail thing. It definitely doesn't give rend right now. This right here is the best music track in the Barrens, and I wish it would play for like 5 or 6 minutes at a time. It needs to be a much longer track. Oh, look at that. Yeah. When you thunderclap a target affected by your rend, you have a 50% chance to affect every target. That's up to 100% with 2 points. So you rend first, then you thunderclap, and that spreads your rend. That's really cool. Yeah, so if you were prot, then you'd want to get a rend up there. I like that. That's actually really neat. We must have all of the claws that we need. Oh, our herbalism is like too low. Yeah, I haven't really. I mean, I've been working on it a little bit. It's 60. It's 62. It just isn't high enough for everything, but we have been working on it. I wonder if I still have to go to the road outpost for the centaur kill quest, like the bracer quest. We should probably go check it out. Have I tried Sod? Yeah, I played a bunch of Sod. I had some fun with Sod. It's not my favorite version of the game by any means. There are like just a couple things about Sod I don't really like. I don't really care for the artificial level caps. I don't personally seem to have a lot of fun with like low level raids, like level 25 raids, level 40 raids. Like I don't have a lot of fun with that, it seems. And then also, I really did not enjoy collecting runes. I didn't enjoy the majority of the things that a person had to do to collect their runes. I thought that it was tedious and boring, and like just following Wowhead guides is not really my idea of like good gameplay or a good time. I'm really happy to have something else to play that isn't Sod. There were just too many things about it. Like I have to give them a lot of credit for what they did with such like a small team. They did like some amazing things. Okay,
Blood and thunder.
like don't get me wrong. It's really cool that the season exists. I'm sure that like as the season goes on, like it's probably just gonna get better and better as it goes on. I'll definitely be checking out Sod like again in the future, but I'm having more fun playing this. I was very close to going back and rolling up a character in Wrath of the Lich King. That's how kind of like over Sod I was. Okay, so we do need 10 centaur bracers. Although I don't think he had a quest for like a named guy. Ooh, centaur bracers is yellow for some reason, or orange for some reason. I wonder why. What level are these centaur that it's orange? He's level 13. That's not bad. It's sad they forgot about archaeology after WoD. Yeah, I don't know if it's like if they forgot or they just didn't have any good ideas for how to make it good. And they just kind of like gave up on it, yeah. I never did archaeology, to be fair. Sod will get better for me when I can purchase all of my old runes off a vendor. Or when I can train all of my old runes off a class trainer. That is the one thing that will make Sod much more enjoyable for me that currently there's no plans for. Like when I log into a character, like when I'm leveling up like in a prior level band, I just want to be able to train all my abilities. I don't want to have to run around for 3 hours to get one of my core class abilities. So when they make that change, you know, eventually I'll be happy to have like more characters in Sod. But until they make that change, like I'm not really looking forward to leveling anything up. Like they did a big leveling speed increase, but I didn't really need a big leveling speed increase. I just needed getting my abilities to not be tedious and boring. That's really all that I needed. And then I would have kept playing. I would have kept playing other classes. Cuz it wasn't about the leveling time for me. It was about runes being bad. Like runes are not fun. I didn't have fun with it. Some people I'm sure have a lot of fun with them. I wasn't one of those people. It says I have a quest to pick up here, which... Oh, I do. I need to look up. No Torn Paladin. Nah. We'll probably try a Pally eventually. But I want to see the Warrior class. We'll probably level a few different classes in the beta.
Hail,
The centaurs have plagued the Tauren for years, and recently the Kolkar centaurs of the Barrens have grown into a real threat. Normally they were disorganized in these lands, but new leaders have risen among them, rallying them. To preserve our holdings here, these centaur leaders must be destroyed. Are they really new leaders? Or are they the same leaders we've always dealt with? Yeah, they're the same. Barak, Kodobane, yeah, I'm pretty sure these are the same guys.
Goodbye.
He's like, it's new. I'm like, no, it's not. What is this other one? Am I like, what am I not seeing here? Oh, look, there was literally a guy that I wasn't seeing.
What you
Very good camouflage, buddy. A little diversion.
Careful.
I was sent here to scout out the centaur activity. I've been tracking their every movement for days. It's time for me to sneak out, but they've got this oasis surrounded. You look dangerous. Can you make a lot of noise for me? Stir them up, start killing indiscriminately. At least he just lays it out there and tells us like what he wants us to do, honestly. Start killing indiscriminately. While they're looking out for you, I'll slip out to get my info to Rekthar Deathgate. Okay. Okay, so he just wants us to kill indiscriminately. We can definitely do that. Yeah, they'll probably make rune acquisition easier eventually. I think more people have to complain about it. just me complaining about it apparently wasn't enough. Like, more people have to realize that they don't have fun with it, and then they have to be vocal about it. Like, the runes are like the cornerstone of the season. And like, the tediousness of finding your runes and how long it takes for a lot of them, that is their part of the discovery. So for the developers, like, the fact that it takes a long time to get your abilities is the entire point of the season. It just so happens that it's boring and not fun to follow a Wowhead guide every time you want to get like a cornerstone of your class. But it's going to be the last thing they change in the season, because in their minds, like, that's the essence of the discoveries. Like, that's the whole point of Season of Discovery, is for people to run around and discover their runes. And you discover like 4 of them on your own, because they're out in the field somewhere and you happen across them, and then all the other 15 runes, you look them up on Wowhead and you follow the steps in the guide. But yeah, it'll be the last thing they change. Probably when the level 60 ban finally opens up, then they'll probably make it easier for people to get their lower level runes, because by then you'll have like 25 or 30 runes to get, and they'll have to do something to make it a little bit swifter. Cam Spidey, good afternoon, buddy. Welcome to the stream. This dude is a Vade Bug. Stand right on top of him. I am noticing that we are killing these centaur, and these centaur are not dropping bracers. Maybe these are not the centaur that we're looking for bracers. Maybe that's why the centaur bracer quest is an orange quest and not a yellow quest. Apparently, maybe we'll find them somewhere else. Yeah, the thing is, man, like, nobody hated Cataclysm when it first came out, so, like, I don't understand the sentiment. When Cataclysm first came out, it was awesome. I was there, I played it, it was fun, people had a great time with it. Cataclysm gets a bad rap because, like, the Cataclysm zones aged poorly over time. But, like, nobody hated Cata when it came out. That's an attitude that was adopted by, like, classic people retroactively. And that, the people hating Cata comes from this idea that Cataclysm is not classic. That's where that mentality comes from. And that mentality only existed after Classic existed, which was only 5 years ago. Like, before that, like, nobody hated Cata. It was another expansion that came out, it was a good time, and then it came, it went, we went on to Mista Pandaria. Yeah, what people started to dislike over time was that, like, a lot of the leveling zones didn't age well, because all of the leveling zones got stuck in the moment the Cataclysm happened. So like 5 years after Cataclysm, when you're still leveling up in those zones, it feels a little weird. You know, it feels like, oh wow, like it's been 5 years since the Cataclysm. We've done a couple other expansions, but every time I level up a character, it's like we're in the moment that the Cataclysm happened. That was the part that like felt weird as a player, like over time. Like right away, you didn't feel that. Like right when the Cataclysm came out, it was awesome. It only took a while before you like level a few alts. Then we were in. By the time you're in like Warlords of Draenor, and then you're still leveling characters through the old world, it feels weird because so many events have happened in Azeroth by that point, and like none of the old zones have changed at all. So it just starts to feel weird. But I don't even think like that made people hate it. What people hated was that we couldn't get more updates to the old world. That's what people hated. They hated the fact that like we were stuck in these Cataclysm zones despite all the things that happened around us in the world, and the devs couldn't like more quickly update things in the old world. The people who started to hate Cata were classic players who you know, they don't think Cata is classic. But now we have different ways to play the game. You know, if you don't like Cata, you can play hardcore, you can play classic era, you can play Season of Discovery, you can go play retail. Like now, like if you don't like Cata, that's okay. You got tons of other ways to play the game. It's pretty awesome. The heroics were only hard for the first week. That's the crazy thing. If you knew people that quit because of the difficult heroics during week 1 of Cata, those people were always going to quit because they nerfed those heroics so hard, so fast. My guild had a ball with those heroics, man. We had to use CC, like everybody had to throw up their CC. We had to pull carefully for the first time in years. My guild had a ball with those. That's why I remember they nerfed them immediately. And when they nerfed them, they like really, really nerfed them. So like if you were a person that quit because of week 1 heroics, well, you were probably always going to be a quitter. It was probably going to happen no matter what. Yeah, they nerfed them, and then they were never hard again, and then we never had difficult heroics again. The cool thing is, this time around, with the precedent they set in Wrath of the Lich King, we will eventually get really hard 5-mans. We'll probably get something similar to like the Titan Rune Alpha, Beta, and Gamma. So I'm really looking forward to that. I love difficult 5-mans. Even retail is changing how mythics work in Season 4 to make like content that's a 5-man content that does not have a time trial on it. That's like difficult 5-mans without a time trial. Even retail is moving in that direction. So like I'm excited to see like what they do for harder 5-mans in Cata. When you set your cup down onto a piece of gum that you spit out this morning. Absolutely disgusting. I'm disgusted by myself. I was chewing this piece of gum and I set it right here on this napkin, and then I put my mug right into the gum. Disgusting, slovenly behavior. Oh my gosh. I hate myself. Oh, now the bottom of my mug is all sticky. Frickin' gross. What an animal. Oh my god. Do you even know how to clean up? No, apparently I don't. You're playing retail and you got to level 35, but you're a bit lost. What should you do? You should go to basically any inn, and there should be a command board. inside the inn. You'll click on the command board and it will offer you like 3 different areas that you can go to. And they'll all be different. So like whatever like board you click on will offer you different things. Like find a command board, click on it, see where it offers you, pick one of those things, and then the quest that it gives you should have steps to get you to that zone. Or you could go to Chromie in one of the major cities and you could start a different time walking campaign. Not sure like what campaign you ended up in. But if you go talk to Chromie, she can get you started like questing like basically anywhere throughout WoW's like entire history. Yeah, I am nasty. It's disgusting.
Loktar, go with honor. Go forth to victory. Go with honor.
Yeah, you might want to go talk to Chromie. If you've just kind of been leveling like out in the world, like if you're leveling in like the Eastern Kingdoms or Kalimdor, and you haven't talked to Chromie, like most of those zones stop around level 30 or so. If you talk to Chromie and you take Cataclysm Time Walking, you'll be able to level in any of these zones all the way to 60. And that'll make it a lot easier. Then you'll just be able to pick a zone, go there and grab the quest. But to do that in the Eastern Kingdoms and Kalimdor, you have to take Cataclysm Time Walking from Chromie first. Or not first, but at any point. You could go do it now, and it would open up those zones so they wouldn't be capped at like level 30. But I'm not sure because like the weird thing about WoW retail is like depending on how old your account is, they try to push you into like certain content. So I'm not sure where you ended up to begin with. It's worth doing dungeons while you're leveling up. Yeah, while you're leveling up, every once in a while, just jump into a dungeon. You'll just do a random dungeon, and it's worth a bunch of experience, and you'll get some loot that you'll need. All right, let's see. What do I want to do now? Conquer Ekiaki. This is the only thing we have to the north, so let's go do this. My inventory is looking okay, but maybe I should vendor.
What you looking for? Stay away from the voodoo.
Where is this going to be exactly? I have no idea. It looks like maybe it's like up on the mountain. In vanilla era, it's down on the ground, but this is giving me like mixed signals. If you're looking for a guide for a frost mage, you're gonna want to check on either Wowhead. If you Google like frost mage guide Wowhead or Icy Veins. Either Wowhead or Icy Veins is a good source for like play guides. It'll explain talents to you, explain the different abilities, and when you should press them. Just be prepared to do like a bit of reading. Oh, here we go. It's got to be these bones over here. Okay, well, I mean, we blew the horn. I don't see Ekiaki. This guy blew the horn too. Maybe he will have more success. Maybe we should team up together. And maybe one of us... Oh, here we go. Yeah. There he is. It just took him a minute. He's a Vade Bug though. That's not good. Yeah, you can find guides for any version of the game. Yep, Wowheader Icy Veins, they'll have a guide for any class, any spec, any version of the game that you can name. From vanilla era all the way to Dragonflight. Just to, include the version of the game in your search string. So you want to search for like Frostmage Dragonflight guide. And then you'll get all kinds of stuff. Or like I always recommend new players just to like, take your time, read the talents, try to read the abilities, try to kind of work on it for yourself for a while. But if you are like getting into the level 30s and you're at a point where you feel like you're not sure what you're doing, then looking at a guide's okay. But really, like the best way to like get more comfortable with a class is just to play it, and read the talents when you come across the new talent choices. Just read them all, and sometimes they don't make sense right away. Sometimes talents will reference abilities that you don't really have yet. That can get a little bit confusing, but yeah, there's plenty of content out there to help you out.
Brawlhall. For the Horde.
Greetings. Farewell.
Alright, we are going after Sunscale Raptors. Collect their feathers. Use the feathers on the 3 nest. Okay, yeah, I remember this quest.
Strength.
We're just getting things in like a little bit of a different order. We can go after Centaur Bracers. We can do all of this stuff kind of like right in a line from west to east. Let's try to do it that way and see if that works out. Did I play Cata back in the day? Yeah. Yeah, I've been playing since the game came out, so... I have spent time in every expansion as it has actually been released the first time. I didn't raid a lot in Cata. The only raid that I raided a lot of was Firelands. What did I think about it when it came out? When it came out, it was awesome. Yeah, it was really fun. I had a great time. I was younger and I wasn't critical of things. Like, I just enjoyed having another WoW expansion to play. It was a different time. It was a completely different era. I don't want to say people were more positive or like they were less critical, but yeah, like it was just nice to have more WoW to play. The Cataclysm was a really cool event when it happened. Like getting a revamped Old World when it happened was really cool. Like it was super exciting. Oh, the Old World's gonna change. We'd been leveling through the same zones for years and years at that point. So like having an Old World change was like awesome. We got some war paint gloves. 3 strength and 1 stamina. That's got to be better than whatever we have. Let's see. Yeah, it is better. Tactical, was that the underground zone? The one that was like, you went into the underground for that one? I don't remember the zone names either. Except for, like, you know, Twilight Highlands, Oldham. I remember some of the ones that are part of the continent, I remember. I don't remember the underwater one, except it probably started with a V. I don't think we have them on the map anywhere yet. The Lost Isles, okay. Kazan, I don't know what I'm seeing here exactly. What is this? Is this the what is this? I don't know what that is. Oh wait, Deepholm. Yeah, it was Deepholm. Yeah, that was the underground zone, right? In Cata. Pretty sure it was Deepholm. Yeah, the crystal worms. Yeah, Deepholm. Yep. Those islands were the goblin starting zones. Oh, okay. That makes perfect sense. Okay, I thought we were seeing some weird stuff that we weren't supposed to be seeing. We're being attacked by somebody, somewhere. I don't know where they are. Oh, back here. Vajir. Yeah, I knew it started with a VA. That was all I could recall. As a person who, like, historically disliked underwater combat, the underwater zone, like, being the first zone from 80 to 85 was pretty tough for me. Like, eventually I got used to it, but it was a cold opener. It was like, take the one thing that you hate in the game, underwater combat, now make it into an entire zone. And it's like, it wasn't really like underwater combat in the same sense, because like, you were mostly like, you were either walking on the seafloor or you were like riding the underwater seahorse around. So it wasn't really underwater combat, but it evoked all the same feelings. Because like, my depth perception for some reason under the water in this game, like, I have a hard time telling like if I'm close to the enemy, if I'm too far away, if I'm standing in them. I have a hard time like being underwater in the game, so it was a rough one. I'm probably much better at it now, I think, but yeah, back then it was challenging. Yeah, you could go to Highjaw, but like I think I knew that. Yeah, there was a choice, but like why put it off? You know, there's this thing that you're going to hate doing. My theory was like that's going to be the first zone that I do. Cuz I just want to get it out of the way. And I'm going to do the same thing on Cata launch. Like we're going to go do the underwater zone first so that it's done. I want to do it. I want to get it done and then I don't want to worry about it after that. I definitely don't want to put it off. I don't want to put it off and like just be dreading it, you know, like, oh great, soon we have to go to the underwater zone. I'm probably not going to dislike it as much this time around. Yeah, I understand that it was a choice between the two. I do. I understand that you could go from one or the other. My point was, knowing that I'm gonna hate the underwater combat, I chose to get that one done first. Instead of going somewhere else and just like dreading when I would go there. Like you had to do both of them. You know, I don't think, like maybe you're saying you could just do one. I didn't level like that, my friend. Yeah, I tried to do all the zones. I didn't pick one and then just ignore the other one. It was the same thing with like the Borean Tundra and the Howling Fjord in Wrath of the Lich King. Like you could probably get away with only doing one of them. Realistically, you probably wanted to do both of them. And so I definitely did both of them, and I did the underwater one first. Yeah, I didn't skip one or the other. Because to me, I treated it the same as I treated the Howling Fjord in the Borean Tundra, which is that I had to do both of them. It was only a question of like what order I was going to do them in. It's not even a completionist thing. Those are the two lower bracket zones. So the option is like start here and proceed into the higher level bracket zones, or do both the lower level bracket zones and get a little bit ahead of the leveling curve for the subsequent zones. It's not a completionist thing. Because as soon as I hit 85, I stop everything I'm doing, and then I'm ready just to like do the heroics and raid on the character. It's not a completionist thing. It was just, for me, it was an ease thing. It was like if I do both of the lower level zones, obviously that'll put me a little bit ahead for the other zones. That's all that it was. It was just a habit from like zone hopping. It was a habit from zone hopping. It was a habit from just like there's two starting zones. You're going to do both of them. You're going to get a little bit ahead doing it that way. As you level, you'll start fighting green stuff. Combat will be faster, etc., etc. That's all. I don't think I finished every quest in every zone. I might do that this time around so that I can read them all. But that's not what it was back then. I've never been 100% like completionist about anything. I do the content that I'm gonna do, and that's it. Do I have all my bracers? I do have all my bracers. I had a feeling we were done. Let's move ourselves over to the east a little bit. We need to go after the feathers and then use them on the 3-colored nest if they haven't changed much about it. Yeah, there's only like one type I can't get. No, I'm fine. We're doing pretty good actually. There's just that one type here that I can't get. I don't know if I'll like take this all the way to max or not, realistically. You know what I mean? Like it is a beta. The original reason why I took it to begin with was because I was hoping I would get experience from picking the herbs, but it doesn't seem like they're putting that in anytime soon. If in fact they put it into the game at all, it's not in there right now, and that was my main impetus for even wanting to grab it. I don't think I'm going to be too concerned about maxing out my professions in the beta. It is nice. It's nice to have lifeblood. That's just a nice little bonus. Alright, so like somewhere around here there are nests. We have 2 feathers, we need 1 more feather. Okay, there's 3 of them, but now I actually have to find the nest. Which I don't feel like the quest tracking is going to help me with. At least it doesn't seem like it's going to. Unless they're like somehow back here in this area. Which this would not be the area that they were in previously. This is the area that the stolen silver was in. Oh yeah, maybe this is it. Alright, that's the blue nest. So they moved these. They took out the stolen silver quest. And instead they put the nest back here. That's cool. I'm not gonna be the one that tells them that their game isn't working. They are gonna have to figure that out for themselves. Ooh, it's letting us double up on the nest. I have to look at like what color the nest actually is, apparently. I thought if it was sparkly that meant I needed it, but sparkly does not mean anything, I guess. I didn't see a color associated with it. That was the weird part. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell them the parts of their game that are broken. I'm not their unpaid labor. If they really want to know, they should have somebody watching the stream. They should have somebody watching somebody's stream. I'm sure there are other people streaming this, and like they could just watch them and they can see all the trouble they get into, and then they could report it. They could fix it. But yeah, I'm not gonna like type up a report for them like I'm like their secretary. That's not gonna happen. And I'm not a snitch, so. We need to find a yellow nest. I have no idea like where that would be. Somewhere back here. I'm assuming it's going to be in the same place. But I didn't see like any color association with the nest that I found so far. Like this is a nest, the eggs are egg colored. This is a nest, the eggs are egg colored. Okay. Well, let's move on. We have a nest over here. I can't tell any color about it at all. The fact of the matter is, like, most of the bugs that we are experiencing, like, a person could play the game for an hour, and if a person played the game for an hour, they would experience most of these bugs, so... You know, it's not like we're, like, a super high level, or we're doing, like, niche content, or we're raid testing. We're doing, like, very basic leveling. Like, all the problems we're having, like, Blizzard could play their game for 5 minutes, and they will experience these problems. Obviously, like, if they don't know that herbs are supposed to give XP, then it won't be put in if they don't know that. That could just be, like, a lack of knowledge. But, like, me saying so is not going to make it so. I'm not sure that Cataclysm is when they put that feature in. I could be wrong. Other people have told me, yes, Cataclysm was when they put the feature in. Cataclysm was when we started getting XP from herbs from mining, but I don't know that. I don't have a historical reference card to check, so I just have to rely on Blizzard to like know their game and to make their game the way it should be. Yeah, see, I've already done this one. So like I only see 2 nests. There are no colors associated with any of this. Unless, is this the color? Is this like faint hint right here? This is supposed to be red. Okay, so let's play ball. Let's say that's red. We are looking for yellow. What color is this? This is blue? Okay. And so where is the 3rd nest? See, other people say no, the XP from Profession started in MOP. Like, and Tactical says, it's the 4.0.1 patch. That's Cata confirmation. Like, you guys all have different resources. You guys all have different opinions. That's why I'm not putting in a ticket, because I don't know. I don't know. And honestly, at the end of the day, I don't care. I would like to know where the yellow nest is at, though. That would be really cool if we could figure that out. I'm like fucking I'm lost. I don't know where else they would put it. We've done a thorough search. I feel like I've been thorough. I feel like I've been paying attention. We've even figured out like how they're indicating the colors and like the really weak manner that they're indicating the colors. Like there's no colors here. This is rough. This is not great. This is blue. We are assuming this is blue based on like I can see a faint bluish glow. There's only 2 nests. There are only 2 nests back here that glow. And that's the red one and the blue one. There is no yellow nest. Not in this area at least. Because it sparkles, so it's not like it's not hard to see. It's hard to see what color it is, but it's not hard to see the nest. So it's either somewhere else or it's broken. And if it's somewhere else, like I have nothing to go on. I don't have like any quest tracking that would help me identify where else it would be. So this might be another one that we just don't do. Yeah, it's not back here. One of them was down in the plains. Yeah, it's possible. Absolutely. They used to all be on the plains. They used to all be out on the plains by some bones, by some like Kodo bones or something, or some like nest. I don't know. But yeah, they used to all be out there. But there's no way for me to tell like what direction do I pick. I could pick any direction, I guess. I could search for hours and never find it. That's the problem. Wait. Nope. I thought I saw sparkles. No, I didn't see sparkles. Yeah, I could look for hours and never find it. At this point. The on the map quest tracking, it doesn't tell you anything. Like this is telling me nothing. It's a big giant yellow circle on a map, like, and therefore it's pretty useless. We are gonna move on. I'm not gonna continue to worry about this. Visit. Oh no! See, look at this. It's okay. Fungal spores. Let's just move on. Let's forget this whole quest. We'll pretend like it never happened, and we'll try to do another quest and see if we can do that one. It's up a ramp in the camp. Oh, okay. If I come across it, then we'll do it. So. Visible sparkles for interactable objects begin in WAD. That's totally wrong. Yeah. Are we just playing the game now where we state facts that are just like obviously blatantly wrong? Just to add more confusion into chat. Yeah, we're done with this one for now. I don't even know how we're getting back here. Maybe I have to go to a road to get back here. I don't know. We're gonna try to not go to a road. We're gonna try to go directly there. No, there have been sparkles in the game for a long time. the sparkly sparkles that are in the game that indicate quest items stuff have been in the game for a very long time. Yeah. I'm pretty sure like Burning Crusade put them in, but if Burning Crusade didn't put them in, then Wrath of the Lich King did. The only era in which things had no sparkle at all to them was Classic Era. Every other era has had like some kind of sparkly. In retail now, it's like an outline. It's like a yellow outline on objects. But no, we just saw 2 nests that were sparkling. Come on now. We have a quest pickup over here somewhere. Let's see what this is. Can you keep the beta character when Cata goes live? No, it's a beta. It's a totally different game client. So like the install files are going to be different. When you're playing a beta character, like that character exists in the beta, and then they're gone. They might do a character wipe. I might sign in one day, and they might wipe all existing characters. I have no idea. I have no idea, but we're not carrying them over to the live version, that's for sure.
Hey there.
Flushing out Varog. Wrathguard Depthgate sent me here to observe the Centaur activity, but the leader of this group is hard to pin down. I've discovered that his name is Varog the Dervish, but his whereabouts are a mystery. Can you help me do some digging? I know that Centaur intelligence sounds like an oxymoron, but their camps are often littered with important communication. Search the Centaur tents all around and bring me back some info.
Stay away from the voodoo.
That's a new one. So I'm searching tents. I'm also planting some fungal spores. You keep it in beta and that's it. I don't even think keeping it through beta is guaranteed. Anything could happen. They can just do a character wipe anytime they want. I hope we get to keep them through the beta. I'd like to get a character to max level, and then whenever they open up the 80 to 85 stuff, I'd like to take that character into that content. What I don't want to do is I don't want to use like a pre-made of a class that I'm not familiar with to test out like the 80 to 85 stuff. Yeah, and that's why a lot of people don't like to level up a lot in a beta, because obviously, like, you're gonna lose your progress, etc. This might already be the most time that I've spent playing a beta for WoW, like just the last few days. I typically don't play a lot in betas myself. So supposedly we're looking in any of the Centaur huts for like pieces of paper on the ground. Yeah, exactly, Alex. Yeah, if there's a really big update, if they move like to a different client or anything huge like that, then yeah, we could see a character wipe for sure. Could happen. Oh man, these quests where they're having us pick stuff up off the ground, they have been a real challenge. I don't know if part of it is that there's a lot of people and there's like no items or what it is exactly, but it started with the sacks of grain, it's continued with the nest, and now I'm not really seeing any of these scraps of paper they're talking about. There's only so many like Centaur huts. So, yeah, I don't know. Level 16, we're at 7 hours and 3 minutes. Oh my god, I think I see something. Oh, and it's also sparkling. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have seen it. There we go. Proof of concept. They do exist. The quest is not broken. The items do exist. There might not be enough of them. There might not be many of them, but they are out there. Camp one tent till it spawns 4 times. Yeah. That would probably be like the optimal like video game player thing to do. I'm gonna run around like an idiot and just hope I find some naturally. Yeah, the way to do this for real, like a real gamer would crack open a Mountain Dew, and then they would stand here and wait for the one to respawn over and over again. I am going to run around and try to search. I'm probably not going to benefit from this at all. But we'll see. What was the shield we picked up? Probably nothing great. It's not bad, actually. Lupine Buckler of the Whale. Why is the Dew of the Mountain so popular in the States? I don't know. I don't drink cola or soda or any carbonated beverages, so yeah. I don't know why it's popular. I don't know if it's popular. I had a roommate back in the day who drank, like, he only drank Mountain Dew. I don't even think he would drink water. I think, like, the only liquid that he ingested was Mountain Dew. And he would drink, like, 2 liters a day. But I don't think that's very common. I mean, is it an energy drink? I don't know. Like, yeah, there are Mountain Dew energy drinks, I'm sure. Like, originally, it's just it's a soda. It's a soda with a crap ton of sugar in it. I guess that is an energy drink. Like, you will have energy from the sugar for, like, 12 minutes. As it, like, poisons your organs and like, defeats you slowly. Yes. Look for a guild. Oh, that's right. The guild perks were put in Cataclysm, weren't they? Oh, I remember the guild perks. Yeah, I probably should look for a guild. I would just go in and then I would turn guild chat off and never hear from them again. But if next time somebody spam invites me to a guild, I'll just accept it. And then I will turn off guild chat. I forgot about that. That's really cool. There's all kinds of different perks, right? There's like, you can level up faster. What else do we list? Smaller Hearthstone cooldown, more XP for mob kills. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. Depending on what level the guild is, and then depending on like your reputation level in the guild. So not only does the guild have to be a certain level, you have to have a certain amount of reputation in the guild. Yeah, leveling up the guild, that was a cool like thing to do, like getting your guild leveled up and unlocking the different benefits. I turn off the guild member alert, yeah. There were specific heirlooms you unlocked? Yeah, that's right. There were a couple of heirlooms that you got off the guild vendor. Oh, they need to adjust the drop rates of some of these quests, man. Like, some of this stuff is gonna have to get adjusted. I do feel like the only two that actually exist are the two that we've already found. This one is... It's quests like this that's like... These are really slowing us down a lot. It's why we're leveling at like a vanilla pace. We're definitely not leveling at even like a Wrath of the Lich King... or anything. We're leveling at a vanilla rate, and mainly it's because of quests like this that there's not enough of the drops spawning per like the amount of players that are out here trying to pick them up. I'm pretty sure we picked one up like right here, didn't we? Yeah, whatever's over here, this guy's gonna get there before us. So if there is one, he's gonna get there first. And they seem to have like a really long respawn timer though. This guy just, you saw the troll go in there, man. He must have went in there and looted something. Oh my god, I think he did. Yeah, that troll, man, just ran right in there past this guy and just looted the item. It's okay, I was gonna do the same thing. Yeah, he just beat me to it. I was gonna run right in there and do the exact same thing he did. I was like, oh, this guy's stuck in combat. Yep, it just gets really toxic. When you can't find items, you're willing to do anything to find an item. You see some poor guy stuck in combat, oh well. Shouldn't have got into combat, I guess. It makes you cutthroat. When you've been running around for 15 minutes trying to find 2 items, you get pretty cutthroat. It's not good. It doesn't feel good. Is that axe new in Cata? Yeah, it's Mancrick's axe. Yeah, we never found his wife, but we killed a bunch of pigmen for him, so he was happy enough to part with it. Can't skin the Worgen in Duskwood anymore? That's a shame. That is a frickin' shame. Oh man, this is rough. Am I gonna give up on another quest? Probably. Camp a tent. Dude, I'm camping tents. Look, do you not see me camp in the tent? How much more camped do you want me to be? I have a campfire next to me. Tell me to camp the tent. I'm camping the tent, okay? There's no guarantee that one spawns here. I'm kidding. I've been triggered. I don't want to be camping this tent, but I am anyway. And like, it's probably not going to help. I've already been working on this quest for like 20 minutes. I am very close to moving on. I'm very... Oh shit. I forgot that we had dungeons. Apparently I don't qualify for any dungeons. Okay. Guys, I must choose a class specialization before entering the dungeon. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know that I had to choose a class specialization before I enter the dungeon? Yeah. It's so weird because I have in fact chosen a specialization. So that's really weird that it's telling me that I must do that. It's almost like the game is buggy. It's so weird. It's almost like we're playing a game with a bunch of bugs in it. RFD is locked. Oh damn! It's just locked. That sucks. They need to get on that like right now. If I could just go do a couple dungeons, I would drop all these quests, and then we would just pick up some quests that actually work. Like we'd pick up some non-broken quests in a few levels. Yeah, I was assuming if it's locked, it doesn't work for anybody. Yeah, I got it. It's busted. It's not working. Eventually it'll work, maybe, if they can figure out how to make it work. Yeah, I wonder what else we could do. This guy's camped. He's like, no, out of my tent, out of my tent. Oh, This is like one of the worst feelings. I'm gonna chalk this up to this being beta. Like I highly doubt this quest will be this bad when the game is actually out. We have to just chalk it up to like it's a beta. The quest is broken. It's fine. It's not always going to be broken. Eventually this quest will be doable. It just isn't going to be doable right now. We just can't do it right now. I don't know why I have this bird. I forgot. It's for a quest, I guess. We gotta take him to the summit. I guess that's what we're doing right now. It's also changing the map every time I do that, which is unwelcome. What's up, man?
Look, I made this that took like so long. I didn't place every block down.
You realize that through a screen, nobody can see that stuff.
Oh.
It's impossible to show somebody that with all the lights and the reflections and stuff.
Okay. So, like, it's hard to explain.
Right. I figured
We
it
shall
would be.
meet again.
So it's Minecraft. I made it based off this server, which has no users. I think it's called like 2B2T. I never saw it before, but I made like you know those huge things that they like. There's like a bunch of these stone pillars.
like a pyramid or something.
I made like a pyramid out of those. Yeah. So I made like a pyramid out of all those things you see in that server. You see a lot of them just all over the server. So I made a pyramid of them. Yeah, that.
Nope, it's never gonna work. See, I got these lights right here. They're always gonna hit any screen, and they're gonna just show white on the screen. That's not gonna happen. I appreciate it. You're wanting to share though.
Yeah, it took a while. I wanted to show everybody. Well, not really show. I wanted to show, but now I only have the time. And if I go like right in the center, spin around my camera, it kind of looks cool. Like it then.
That's gonna make me dizzy. I thought this would be the natural place to take this guy, but apparently, like, even this simple quest is not working right now. Oh no, it just took 5 minutes for him to decide he was here. Okay, we're good. We did a quest. We got one quest done. At this rate, we'll do one quest every hour, and yeah.
Winds guide you.
That's it.
Ancestors
One quest every hour.
watch over you.
Okay, what's happening to the south happened here? Judging by what you found at the Forsaken Pools, these oases may be the key. Let's perform an experiment. Here, take these seeds I've collected from the summit. Here, they are dead and infertile, but carry them down to the stagnant oases just below us. If there is a fissure there, then place the seeds within it and observe.
Walk
Okay.
with the earth.
And then Altered Beings is the quest to kill the turtles, which we
shall
did that in
meet
Classic Era.
again.
Turtles? Did you say turtles?
Alright guys, I'm gonna end right here for today. I'm gonna take a break. I need to do household stuff. So that's happening. Let's hearth back and I'll park it in the crossroads. And maybe next time, a couple of the quests that we've been having problems with will shape out. We'll try to find the yellow raptor nest. We'll try to find the other scraps of centaur intelligence if they exist. And we will go from there. That probably won't be tomorrow. I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow. If not, I'll be back on Monday. Thank you guys very much for hanging out. I truly do appreciate the support. And until next time, take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we will see you back here again very soon. Bye for now.